What's up guys, welcome
Hey.
back to my channel.
Sorry. It's like a switch went off and you're just off him. Actually, no.
Yeah.
I don't have to tolerate you. Because when you're younger, who's he fighting? I'm actually not an intelligent person, I'm very stupid. That's what happens when you work with rookies.
Well, someone's hungry. Clearly I don't feed people that come to my house, guys.
She doesn't.
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back with a brand new video with a very special guest, Miss Khadija. So
Cue drum.
so yeah, so today's video is solving dilemmas. We're basically gonna answer questions. Everybody sent some on Insta, so we're gonna go through them, answer them. We give little advice. Well, me personally, I give great advice.
That's why you have to bring me on, guys.
But yeah, no, I thought it would be good for you guys to get like an opinion both sides, because I'm a very like kind person. I always think about.
And I'm not.
But like, I always think about other people's feelings. Like whenever I give advice, I always like have to think about the other person. Whereas Khadija's very like,
I'm very blunt,
to the point. Like there's no sugarcoating. There's none whatsoever. In between, together, I think we can create a perfect advice.
I agree.
We hope you guys love this video, and let's just dive right in. So guys, this is actually take 2. I realized halfway that my mic was off, and that's why I actually didn't post last week, because I had a video and I filmed it and my microphone. Sorry, when was your last video?
This is not about me. It's not my channel. It's about you.
When was Khadija's last video, guys?
It's not about me.
Anyways, her channel is in the description box, so make sure you guys subscribe and smash the last like button on all her videos so she can come back to YouTube, you know?
Which I will, I promise, guys.
So guys, we're gonna jump into the first question, which is, my friends are using me and don't include me in what they do. They also talk about me. I did nothing.
Baby girl.
Baby girl!
They're not friends.
Exactly, like they're really not your friends.
They're not.
I feel like as you get older, like when you're young, I feel like that word friend gets thrown about so easily. Like when I was younger, I had so many friends and best friends. Like my circle was literally the whole class basically. But as you get older, you realize they're not my friend.
Yeah. Honestly,
you have to
it sounds
realize
like
differences.
If they treat you like crap, they're not your friends.
Yeah.
Anyone that cares about you doesn't treat you like that. Your friends are not meant to treat you like that. So
I think like when it comes to friends, like if you expect the most from friends that do the bare minimum, you're setting yourself up to get hurt. Like you need to realize sometimes that you have to just, the more friends you have, it's not like, I don't like, when I was younger I thought it was great to have a big group of friends.
Yeah, but you learn it's
But
not.
it's really not. Like the smaller your circle is, and it's so much better, because then at least you know, okay, I can rely on so and so, I can rely on so and so.
Exactly.
And then you're not left like trying to rely on people that you can't rely on. Do you know what I mean?
I 100% agree. I actually used to have small circles of friends just because I'm not the most social person, and I think I've always seen it as, if you're not my close friend, we're not friends.
Yeah,
but then as you get
100%.
older as well, you learn to manage your expectations, and you realize what you expect from this friend that this friend gives you, this friend isn't going to give it to you. So you can either decide, do I want to have different expectations for different friends?
Exactly,
or
yeah.
like me, cut them out.
So guys, the next question is how to pass an exam without studying. Honestly, I thought this whilst I was in school, whilst I was in university.
Is that a legit question?
Yeah, it is. I googled it.
You know
The answer is
to
you
that.
can't. Come on.
You're cheating yourself, and today it's an exam, tomorrow it's going to be what?
A life lesson.
Like, no, get it together, sis, or bro. I don't know what your gender is, isn't it?
So guys, next dilemma is, I just met him and we planned a nikah and having kids. Guess what? He just got married. Say Alhamdulillah. He was not the one for you, sis.
I don't want to say it, but some men are trash.
He turned out to be the best thing we never had, basically.
Exactly.
They planned the nikah, they were set to get married, basically. It's pretty much, once you plan a nikah, like, basically, for those of you that don't know what nikah is, it's basically like a marriage ceremony. Once you plan that, like, it's basically set in stone. Like, there's no
But did they plan it, or was it like, oh, I see you as my wife?
Sis, she said we planned and we were planning having kids.
Yeah, but you know when you talk to someone and
Yeah.
you're dating, you might have that conversation, well, I would hope at some point, you have that conversation of marriage and
Yeah.
whether you see yourselves with kids or not. So
Yeah.
it sounds like to me, this happened.
But even then,
it's still wrong,
it's bang out of
100%,
order, yeah.
but-
Like you got someone's hopes up pretty much, right?
But this is why, yeah, and it's going to sound a little bit small.
I know what you're going to
controversial.
say.
You shouldn't put all
Don't-
your eggs in one basket right away.
And also don't like when someone says, oh, I'm gonna marry you one day, don't hold on to that, because I know some girls that would like start treating a guy like their husband because he said I'm gonna marry them. Sis, he's not. Even if he puts a ring on your finger, that ring can come off. Like, only the ring, wakas, it comes off.
Exactly. Put it back on there, yeah, because that's my brother. I feel for you, sis. I
Yeah.
do. Like, but
Oh,
just
I can't
remember,
even imagine.
it's going to be horrible to get over. Remember the fact that this is what they did.
Yeah.
And don't try and romanticize the good times, because
100%.
it sounds better than it actually was. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So don't romanticize it, and eventually you'll get over it. In the meantime, busy yourself, occupy yourself. But when you start to feel nostalgic, just remind yourself, ugh, he did this to me.
So the other one is struggling with social anxiety. Any tips? Thanks in
I
advance.
feel you, man. I really do.
I really do. I feel like when I was younger I was so bubbly, and then like as I got older I started to, I think when I was getting more anxious of like social settings especially, it was more because I felt like I had to like really represent, like when I came somewhere I had to make sure like I was in the best, like when you're young, when you go and hang out with friends, like your goal in your mind is literally just go have fun, like you don't really care what anybody thinks. But obviously as an adult you're more of, okay, how am I representing myself, how am I representing my family and friends, like
you start to shoulder more of the things that make you, if that makes sense, whether it's religion, whether it's like a platform,
100%.
whether it's, you know, it can be anything, but when you're a kid and you're younger you don't really care as much.
100%.
But you're a very bubbly person.
Yeah,
but I think when people know you closely,
yeah,
then you realise, okay, you actually, because until I knew you closely, I used to think she is social, so bubbly.
No, I'm really not, guys.
But she's actually quite shy.
No, I'm shy when I meet
me.
new people sometimes, but like it's more of, it's just, yeah, no, I was, oh yeah, when we first met, we were just hella bubbly, we were talking, we took a photo together when we first met. I thought she was rude. Do you know why? Gigi just has that, like, I'm such a friendly person, like, if you see me, you'll probably approach me because I'm just laughing, smiling, I'm happy. Gigi's like this.
Yeah, give me a reason to smile. You want me to smile?
She's got such a resting, like,
face.
Resting bee face.
Yeah, it's just my face.
So it's a bit, she's just, but then do you know what, like, when I got to know, I was like, oh shit, she's actually really nice. Amazing. Like, and also, before I met her, I saw her on Asha's, like, videos and stuff, and they were, like, doing, like, talking videos and stuff, and, like, Gigi's opinion was always, like, she was straight to the point, she'd give blunt facts, and I was like, damn, she's blunt, but she's actually complete opposite to...
I'm not that blunt in real life.
Yeah, she's really not.
I obviously am more sensitive to people's feelings. Like, if you're in front of me right now, I'm going to be conscious of your feelings.
You're sensitive?
I'm a sensitive
Do you remember
soul.
earlier?
What did I say earlier? What did I say? I can be sensitive at times.
Struggling with social anxiety, any tips?
Oh, we just talked about how we were social, not social.
Basically, I don't know, I would say, like,
force yourself into social situations, go to events, network with people. It's going to be...
But obviously to an extent, like, in that moment when you're, like, so anxious of... Yeah, like, the last thing you want to do is, like, be in a social situation.
How do you feel afterwards? Proud of yourself that
you potentially, but you could also feel even more shit because you'd be feeling insecure. I would say, honestly, like, I do agree with that. Like, one of my friends, I remember when I came, like, sometimes, obviously when I moved areas and stuff, I'd sometimes be a bit anxious of, like, social settings and, like, going out and doing new things. But, like, one of my friends told me, don't think, just do. And that's, like, something that's really stuck with me. Like, now whenever it comes to anything, I'm not even going to think about it twice. I'm just going to be like, okay, Henny, you're doing this. I'll get to the door and I'm gonna leave and be like, Henny, you're not going back. Like, just...
I get what you're saying.
Diving in without, like, thinking.
That's the same as, like, put yourself in those situations.
Yeah, a little bit, but, like, obviously, if, like, I'm doing it out of the comfort that I'm not necessarily forcing myself, I'm just not thinking about the consequences. But if I've like thought of the consequences and I'm feeling anxious about it, then I'm not going to force myself to do it. I'm going to kind of just respect those boundaries and just basically, I think with anxiety, when it comes to anxiety, it's more just thinking that like, I feel like you overthinking it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you will really overthink a situation to make it a million times worse than it is.
It's usually worse in your head. I feel like when anxiety comes into it, it's more of like a crippling fear. So I would say if you have like a hobby or something you're interested in, like say it's photography and you're going to like events, try to go on your own and force yourself to go by yourself, because
that sounds so scary.
No, but when you take a friend, like for me, if I take a friend, I have the comfort of like not socializing.
But sometimes I feel like you should always, it's like for example, if you're someone that never wears makeup, for example, the first time that you wear makeup, you're not gonna go in full face, lashes and everything. You gotta like slowly just like
ease into
it. Poke your head in, come out. So like I think always having, if you're very like someone that gets really anxious in social settings, I feel like you should always have someone with you, just even until you get to that stage where you're comfortable enough to be by yourself.
Going by yourself forces
obviously
you
you hold on to your but then,
I mean, like that's
a lot though to deal with at the beginning.
I remember there were so many work events I would go to, and also, it was also like a side hobby thing, but for me it was horrible. Like I actually like I would lock myself in the toilet. I'm not even joking, guys.
Yeah.
I would call Nini.
Really?
I'm like, I don't want to be here, I want to go home. I still sometimes do it, no lie. You know the Superfair event I went to?
Yeah.
I walked in, I went to an event, guys. I walked in, walked back out, went to the toilet, called my sister, and I was like, I want to go home, like I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
That's how bad it gets. But I forced myself.
She at least goes, guys. If I feel anxious about going to something and it's just me and I don't feel like anyone's going to be there.
The temptation's there to not go.
Like I'm just not going to go.
I'm a firm believer, just push yourself to do it. You'll feel like shit in the moment, but then when you start talking to people, and then you meet people who are also just as nervous to be there, and then you meet friends.
So, yeah.
And the next time, if it's like a hobby thing, you go to these events together, you know?
But I think obviously do try and like force yourself to do it, but at the same time like know your limits. Don't over push yourself. If you know that later it's gonna make you more anxious and you could potentially have like a panic attack or something, like then don't do that to yourself. Just take it slow. Take a friend, take it slow. Just tartibka.
Just make sure you do a bit more today than you did yesterday.
Yeah, 100%. Always try and improve what you did. Okay, so the next question is marriage or university. I want both, but I don't know how I manage both, and I'm 20 years old. I also have a phobia of talking to guys. It just isn't my thing, normal or not. We actually already answered this question earlier at the beginning, but the mic was off.
Yeah, because Honey didn't do her checks.
But it's a really good question, so I think we should definitely answer this one again.
You can eat your cake and have it too. 100%.
That's what we said earlier. We spat some real facts earlier as well.
Gems. Let's try to sprinkle some more. But you can have both. You don't have to pick between. It's not either or. You can have both of them. And
also it's like earlier I spat real facts. What happened to me?
I think one main thing I'm going to highlight is make sure whoever you're thinking about marrying, or you know, whoever you're going to marry, that's the same thing. I don't know why I said it like that. That's just the same thing. Whoever it is that you're going to end up marrying, you guys are on the same page. Make sure that he is supportive of your plans to pursue your education, because the last thing you want is to be in a relationship and then that leads to marriage with someone who doesn't support your goals. Today it's I don't support you getting your degree, tomorrow it's I don't support something else. You want someone who's going to have your back. And if 100%. He doesn't, you don't want him, sis.
100%. Because I feel like that as well. Like when you're like speaking to someone, like firstly, no one should ever dictate whether you go to university or whether you get a degree or whether you become, like that's your decision at the end of the day, and nobody should even be telling you what to do. It's your decision to make, rightfully, right? So I think like having a phobia of of talking to guys as well, sorry, I just jumped off topic, but I think having a phobia of talking to guys as well, it's completely normal. I think sometimes like when people are in like situations where they've never been in situations where they don't have like many males in their family, or they don't like, they've been to like a private school where it's not as like mixed and stuff. I know she told me she went to a private school, guys, but look at her, just
little social
out
butterfly.
here. I was gonna say
I was in a
she was in a private school
from halfway through year 6 to
I always thought people that
the
go
end
to
of
private
year 9.
school, like, they struggle way more with, like,
No.
speaking to people because all they see are, like,
I think because
females
I
around them.
went to a mixed primary school before I went to the Islamic one. That was just
Oh, so
all
you had,
girls.
like, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then afterwards, from year 10 onwards, it was, you know, with the opposite
What was it
gender.
like being in a private school with
I
girls
hated
only?
it. The one that we went to
I
was
don't think I
crap.
could
By
ever
the way,
enjoy
yeah,
a girls only class
it's
school.
a headache. Basically, for me, going to an all-girls private school was not the best experience. That's just because the school itself wasn't even that great. Also, you realise, yeah, a lot of parents take their kids to, like, segregated, gendered, I shouldn't say segregated, gendered schools, yeah, in the hopes that, oh, you know, they're gonna be good,
Be well behaved,
and well-behaved.
yeah. But then I feel like
no.
they
'Cause the
feel
stuff-
deprived,
yeah,
and then they end up being the wild ones.
that's what happened. The stuff that went down.
Because I feel like, right, like I've met some people that have been to, like, girls only school. That's why I was shocked that Gigi's been to, like, a girls only school, because she's so different to the people that I've met from girls only schools. I feel like I said girls only school so many times that it feels weird now. But like, usually they're so deprived that, like, they literally, like, they get so excited to just even have a male's presence next to them.
The guys as well.
And the guys too. Like, it feels like it's like when they see a girl, it's like they've never seen a girl before. When girl sees a guy, it'll be like she's never seen a guy before. So that's why I always thought.
Should I spill some
like,
tea on our school?
Yeah, spill the tea.
Stupid.
Let's see.
The guys and the girls, yeah, would meet up after school, like, to link up, yeah. And then
in, like, boys' school and girls' school.
yeah, because
They do that, don't they?
They were literally in, like, neighbouring buildings, like, the boys and the girls. So what they thought was they would outsmart the girls, yeah, by letting us go out before the guys, and then letting the guys go after. And what would happen is the girls would wait for the guys to come out, and they would just link. And once school's over, technically teachers can't tell you what to do. Like,
exactly.
It's not going to work. So my mum, yeah, outsmarted the system. She's picked me up from school.
Well done to Haya.
She was like, she didn't
Well done,
me.
Haya. We kept Gigi off the streets.
But you know, for me, yeah, it was
Alhamdulillah,
good.
you don't belong to the streets
But
now.
also, yeah, every day, thank God. But also, I have to admit, I had a good group of friends. So for us, it was like, because I'd also been to, like, a mixed school before, I didn't feel the need to be all like, boys. And also, when you're walking down the street, do you not see men? Do you not see boys?
Yeah, exactly.
So
but no, also as well, I think because Gigi's, like, quite close to, like, her male brothers and, like,
and cousins as well.
Why did I say male brothers? Like, brothers would be female too.
I didn't even clock.
What's wrong with me?
But I grew up really close to
she's really
my
close
cousins
to them.
and my brothers. Like, so for me, again, being around the opposite gender wasn't anything that was like,
it was not like.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just have to. Obviously, for you, I'm guessing you're not around the opposite gender. Maybe just convince yourself or tell yourself and remind yourself they're just boys. Like, it's just the opposite gender. He's as nervous as you are when you're first talking to someone. They're nervous.
Always, honestly, guys, they're always nervous.
Some people just hide their nerves better. He
honestly
is 100% going to be as nervous, but you have to be confident. Confidence is attractive.
Do you know what? When it comes to nerves, like, you need to tell yourself at the end of the day. Do you know, this is gonna sound so weird, guys, but do you know what I tell myself whenever I'm meeting someone who, like, is not in like, if I'm meeting someone that's, like, quite a big person, or they're, like, someone that's like a CEO of a company or something, and I have an interview and I'm nervous. What I tell myself is, like, wait, they eat lunch and dinner like me, they shower like me, they're human, they literally do what I do. So I'm like, why on earth am I nervous of me? Like, I look in the mirror and I tell myself, Henny, you're a bad bee, you got this. But anyway, going back to your question, you can have both. You can have your cake and eat it too. Don't feel like you have to pick marriage or university.
What you can control, which in this context is your education, that's something you can actively pursue. Marriage is not in your control right this moment.
100%.
So just chill out, relax, you've got time.
Exactly. Like Gigi said, we plan, but Allah is the best of planners. Sometimes you just need to leave these things up to Allah and just be like, inshallah, it will happen for me, believe it will happen for you, and just don't put any pressure on yourself, because I feel like the added pressure.
I'm so done.
I'm actually so Somali sometimes, I love it.
Pressure.
Sometimes the added pressure is a bit too much, and, like, that really, like, is enough to kind of scare you from doing something, or, like, make you feel like you're in a rush, and that's gonna stress you out even more.
And you need to come to terms with it now, because as you get older, you're going to get more pressure from
my God.
from family, from family friends. So if you're not confident, they're going to eat you alive.
100%, honestly. You need to be able to like put them in their place. Next question, guys. I am 6. Did we do this? I can't remember. I'm 16 and I lack self-esteem. I really want to be confident. Oh no, we did it earlier when the mic was off, right?
Yeah.
I'm 16 and I lack self-esteem. I really want to be confident about myself.
Why are you saying things with a Somali accent? Self-esteem.
Because I'm Somali.
Get it? You're Somali.
So let's give, for this question, for this dilemma, I think we should give them like tips on
how to build
your self-esteem and your confidence. Like, what have you done that has like helped you?
For me, it's been still trying to figure it out, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Don't let her lie to you, guys. She's one of the most confident people ever.
Honestly, believing that I am, I'm not gonna swear, but
a bad beat.
Exactly. Believing that, reminding myself that, and also I like to write down my achievements.
Yeah.
That gives me little confidence boosters, you know?
Yeah.
This is where I wanted to be, this is where I'm at now. And then you can visually see like how much you've improved.
How much you've come, yeah. How far you've come.
I find that helps me.
No, definitely. I think as well, another like thing that really helps you if you want to really become confident is trying new things. Like always trying to like grow your skills, trying to be better at things. Like I've been teaching myself how to like edit videos and stuff again, and I'm improving, and that makes me feel so much more confident. And just in general, if anything ever comes up in a situation where I need to like do something, I know confidently I can edit, and that's gonna always, just building your skills and what you can do, that's always gonna make you feel a little bit more confident. It's gonna boost your self-esteem, because like if you ever go to like a job interview, for example, you can speak highly of yourself because you've built these skills and you've spent the time into like teaching yourself things. So I would say anytime you have learned something new, learn how to draw, learn how to do art, learn how to do drawing and art, the same thing.
Not really, technically it differs.
In what way?
Well, it depends. Art might be, for someone might be one thing, like photography, and then drawing.
There we go.
One thing I'll add on to that is, I feel like given the world we live in today, and I mean social media, it feels like everyone's got their beep together.
Yeah.
And they don't.
They really don't.
They're all just figuring it out.
You really, like, honestly, they don't.
So spend this time really, like Hani said, building your skills to become more confident in what it is that you want to do. And remind yourself, when you're on social media, you're only getting a glimpse into someone's life.
Exactly. You don't know everything.
The shambles that's happening behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Know? So just remind yourself.
And also as well, you're 16. You've got...
Yeah, you're a baby, man.
Baby girl. When I was 16, I was shattering. I was like this. Like, the only confidence I had was, like, just being that age where you're just... You don't really care about anything, so you just talk a lot and, like, talk your way out of things. But, like, you're 16. You have your whole, like...
You can make as many mistakes as you want right
exactly.
now.
You're gonna learn from those mistakes. And life is literally just... I feel like every day is basically the same. It's just... Yeah. You just have to, like... look for new mistakes to make. It's basically a game, so you just have to keep playing that game. You're 16, you've got a long time to learn the rules and like kind of master this game. You got this. 16. So the next question is, well, I'm a procrastinator and I want to change because I know I can do something for myself. I say this to myself every day, that I will do something to better my life, but here I am doing nothing, but I'm taking one step at a time. I think if she's taking one step at a time, like, sis, you're on the route to doing better.
You kind of answered your own question.
Yeah,
like,
one step at a time.
You know what you need to do. This is also something procrastinators do.
Yeah.
They talk about the problem.
Exactly. Oh my God.
You are evidently dealing with it, so
yeah.
Like, I can't.
You got this.
We can't give you better advice than what 100%. You're doing. We'll just take it a step at a time.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you loved it. We actually really enjoyed filming this.
I enjoyed that, and I hope you guys found it useful.
So before we go, guys, I'll ask Jude if she has any last words to say.
Bye, guys.